I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Psalms, chapter 134. Let's focus on verse 1. Behold, bless the Lord, all you servants of the Lord, who by night stand in the house of the Lord. Now the Lord's temple in Jerusalem never closed. There was no sign that hung in the window by the entrance with a little clock on it, with the hands turned to a particular time that says we'll be back at, scribbled on the bottom with some dry erase marker. No, the temple was open day and night. And that meant the temple was fully staffed 24/7. And because of the constant flow of ministry, the Levites who led the music were exempt from any other duty. 1 Chronicles chapter 9, verse 33. These are the singers, the heads of the fathers' houses of the Levites, who lodged in the chambers and were free from other duties, for they were employed in that work day and night. Today's psalm, number 134, was a shout out to those Levites. Just want to shout out to you guys working the late shift. God knows if they were on a schedule and scheduled rotation. Nobody really knows if the low-level guys had to work their way up so they could get on a day shift. We just know that the worship music was more like a never-ending jam session. Perhaps some of the Levites dreaded the non-stop ministry pace. Most church staffers would. But when the Babylonians destroyed the temple, I bet those musicians wish that they had their old gig back. At least it helps us to understand the depth of the great lament in Psalm 137, when the Levites who served in the temple hung their harps in the trees of Babylon because they no longer had a temple where they could serve. Psalm 137, verses 1 through 4, by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hung our harps upon the willows in the midst of it. For there those who carried us away captive asked us for a song, and those who plundered us requested mirth. They wanted a party, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land? Since this is a psalm of ascent, it also helps us to set context for the pilgrim who arrived in Jerusalem at 3 a.m. There was nothing to delay his worship. He didn't have to search for a Motel 6 or wait for the banks to open so he could exchange his tithe for the, requisite articles of worship. He and his family could go straight to the Lord. Psalm 134, verse 2, lift up your hands in the sanctuary and bless the Lord. Imagine a packed temple courtyard day and night with nothing hindering the people's outpouring of thanks and worship. Psalm 134, verse 3, the Lord who made heaven and earth bless you from Zion. Again, we have a reminder that not only were the people of Israel welcome, but the maker of heaven and earth was there waiting for them. And he desired not only for Israel, but for all nations to enter and to worship. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And we need your monthly support now more than ever. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. You can share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.